Hello, people. Welcome to Watch with Poppy. Today we're going to be talking about this week's episode of The Originals. So there were kind of a few crazy bits and bobs from this episode, but for the most part, it continues to feel like we are building towards something. We are building towards Dahlia finally turning up and there being this kind of huge battle. There are a lot of people throwing around the theory that Freya is actually Dahlia. Part of me hopes that's not true and that we're actually going to see Dahlia and kind of see Freya get her freedom back. I really do want to trust Freya. I'm just not sure if we should. But trust aside, all of the scenes like with the Mikaelsons together where Freya was kind of like telling her story, I think that was one of my favorite bits of the episode. I loved learning more about what happened to Freya after Dahlia took her. Super interesting. I guess though, we do have to realize if we're going to trust her or not because she could be totally lying. Like I said, I really want to trust her, but obviously Klaus doesn't. You guys, Klaus has these moments where I am just like 100% on Team Klaus. And then like this episode, he just becomes kind of an ass. He was an ass in this episode. So we get that he doesn't trust Freya, but who does Klaus trust? Very few people. I just felt like Klaus did what he always does. Like he's afraid of circumstances that he can't control. So therefore he decides that he's going to control everything that he can, which is all of the people around him. He's trying to do that with the wolves. He's always trying to do that with his siblings, and it never really works out for him. So I'm not sure why he hasn't learned that lesson yet. So back to Freya for a second. I want to know what you guys think about that. Make sure you tell me down in the comment section below. Do you trust Freya or do you not? For the moment, I do trust her, but I think it's more that I really want her to be good. Maybe Dahlia is still controlling her out of fear, and maybe we're going to figure that out at some point. Or you know what? Maybe all the theories are right and she really is Dahlia and Freya is gone. I guess we will see. Now, speaking of trust, let's talk about somebody who I don't trust. And that is the bodysuit for Finn, Mr. Vincent Griffith. He was shady when Finn was inside of him, and he continues to be that. We get that this guy has control of his body again, and now he wants to know what happened to him. Obviously, the big news we get about him is his connection with Eva Sinclair. Turns out that the body that Rebecca's inside of was married to Vincent. I don't know about him, you guys. I definitely don't trust him. I mean, he's playing all chummy with Cammy right now. Mostly because I think he wants to hear about what happened when Finn was in control of his body. But I just feel like he's going to end up helping Eva kind of take over Rebecca. We get that Rebecca is having these kind of blackouts and that Eva Sinclair is like growing in strength inside of her. She's angry and she's trying to take over. Eva Sinclair sounds like she's not a nice kind of gal. She's basically like stealing power from like young witches, and so the witch community is up in arms. By the end of the episode, the big reveal, of course, is that she has captured Davina and that she's using her to draw power from as well. Based on the previews for next week, it really looks like Eva is going to take over like completely. So fingers crossed that Freya is really going to be able to help them. Let's talk about the wolves for a second. So obviously Klaus, in trying to control the wolves, is trying to like plant the seeds of dissension. He's whispering into Aiden's ear that maybe he should be alpha, blah, blah, blah. And Aiden seems to really kind of be buying into this crap. There was this point, right, where Jackson and Haley have this conversation where Jackson is trying to tell her, like, I'm not going to let Klaus control the pack. And Haley says, I've got Klaus, like I can deal with Klaus. And she goes to try to talk to Klaus, and that gets her absolutely nowhere. I just thought that was really interesting because it felt a little bit like she realized that she didn't have as much control as she thought she would have. Let's remember all of the things that Klaus has done. Klaus is going to do whatever he has to do, no matter who he runs over or kills or whatever. He's going to do whatever he has to do to protect Hope. So yeah, you guys, it was a really good episode. Freya was definitely my favorite part of it. I really hope that she's not Dahlia and that she is Freya. I would just really love to kind of see her join the family and to see how that plays out, especially since we don't have the real Rebecca. You know, we've kind of got Rebecca, or Black Rebecca as I call her. And don't get me wrong, I feel like the actress who's playing that part has been doing a great job of actually making me believe that Rebecca is there. But yeah, I think it would be an interesting addition to the family. And how would that change Rebecca to have a sister there? Like, I think that would give her such confidence and would have made her a different person growing up if Freya had been there. So yeah, it would definitely be cool to kind of see the Mikaelson family dynamics change, because I think part of Klaus's problem as well is that Freya cannot be controlled. old. You know, Freya is the older sister. She's powerful. She's strong. She's not really gonna kind of play the little sister role for Klaus because that's not her. So I also think that's part of his issue as well. I would love to kind of see that play out. Okay, you guys, that is it from me today. Do not forget to tell me what you think about Freya down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys again really soon. Bye.